Hello, my name is Makita, and I will discuss 4 specific topics: contingency leadership theory, continuum theory, path goal leadership theory, and leadership substitute theory. I will give detailed explanations of these topics and tell you the one I feel will be effectively implemented in my organization. So let's begin with contingency leadership theory. This theory explains that a leader's effectiveness is based on how much their leadership style matches a situation. This theory was developed by Fred Fiedler in 1958. Fiedler believed effectiveness to lead depended on the match of leadership style and control of the situation. This theory basically assumes that leadership styles are fixed. Also, the theory assumes that leaders should not adapt to situations, but they should change the context of their job. The latter assumption sounds a bit overblown to me. I do not agree with this theory because I have come to know myself as a creature of adaptation. I can adapt to changes in culture, my lifestyle changes, environment, and leadership situations when I make the personal decision to do so. Leadership continuum theory. This is the next topic that I want to discuss. This topic is a continuous series of elements or items that vary by tiny differences. The continuum is from boss-centered to subordinate-centered leadership. The theory is based on who is really going to make the final decisions. There are 7 major styles that the leaders can choose from. 1. State the decision that is not open to discussion. 2. Make the decision and convince employees that it is a good idea. 3. Present decisions and ask if there are any questions. 4. Present a decision that is subject to change based on input. 5. State the situation, ask for a recommended decision, then make the decision. 6. Let employees make a decision within set limits. And 7. Let employees make ongoing decisions. However, before the leader can choose one of these 7 leadership styles on the continuum, the leader must consider 3 forces of variables. The first one being boss style based on experience, expectation, values, and confidence. The second is subordinate styles, which is based on personality and behavior. Situation is number 3. It's based on organization size, structure, climate, and technology available. And there's an additional one with time available. And this is a variable that must be taken into consideration: the manpower and time that it takes to reach a particular goal. I do not agree with this theory, the leadership continuum theory, because this theory, for the same reason that is mentioned in our text, it is not clear what determines which styles to use. Also, this theory did not undergo research testing. Topic 3. Robert House developed the path goal leadership theory in 1971. The theory is also credited to M.G. Evans for the earlier version of the theory. Path goal leadership theory explains how the behavior of a leader influences the performance and satisfaction of the followers. What I like about this model is that the leader is to use the appropriate leadership style regardless of performance trait and behavior. The appropriate leadership style motivates employees to enhance their performance. I like that the theory is based on motivation, of goal setting, and expectancy theory. The leader is responsible for increasing followers' motivation to attain the organizational goals. Motivation is increased by clarifying rewards and increasing rewards. What I like about this theory is that the leader helps the follower to identify and learn the behaviors that will lead to successful task accomplishment and organizational rewards. This theory will allow leaders to help their subordinates reach their highest potential. Last and the fourth topic is leadership substitute theory. The leadership substitute theory is the last topic I will discuss. This topic helps us to understand that there may be situations outside of a leader's control, yet still impact the outcome of an organization. In addition, there are times where a leadership is not needed. It explains that there are certain situational variables that prevent leaders from affecting subordinate attitudes and behaviors. Certain situations prevent leaders from affecting subordinates' attitudes and behaviors. Hence, self-managed teams. For instance, team members that are great communicators would typically substitute a leader. Another characteristic in which a leader is not needed is when there are neutralizers. One example of a neutralizer is when there is a distance between the leader and the team members, or when the team members are not driven by the rewards offered by the leader. I personally would go about using the path goal leadership theory. I can see how this theory can be justified in my organization. To start, I believe in planning and that following a particular path will lead to a particular goal. I enjoy learning how to complement my subordinates and their ability to compensate for any deficiencies that they can have. It's a great joy and pleasure to me, not necessarily on the day that we have a discussion, but that they sit and meditate and reflect about what was discussed and come back to me at a later time with Thanksgiving and a whole new mindset towards that deficiency. So I just believe that if I expect a certain result, if the right motivation is developed, then I will get that goal met. I will also personally, and going into my new school, I will guide my workers by maybe starting with introducing myself maybe with food. I will, if my team needs to work on a project or assignment and we need to do that at late after hours, after school hours, or come in early to get that job done, then I will bring in, maybe donuts or something to support their needs as we work together as a team. I don't have, or it doesn't have to be only foods, but I can be flexible. And I think that having a path, goal, leadership theory in mind, it allows me to be flexible and change my style as the situations require me to change. I hope you enjoy listening to this assignment upload. Thank you for your attention.